Alright folks, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about a cloud introduction to cloud, and this will tell you everything you need to know to kickstart your career in cloud. So let's get started. What is cloud? So as you can see in the diagram, just like we have the cloud that gives us rain, it's pretty much similar when it comes to the technical aspect of cloud. So cloud provide service. So let's take a look at some of the services that the cloud can provide. We have number one, the cloud is able to provide services such as SaaS. So it can also provide services like virtual machine or VM, and we also have network security, and then it does provide services like security, and then we have many others also that we will talk more about in this video, so make sure you stay tuned. So cloud is a service provider and provide the different type of services. Another way that we can define cloud computing is on-demand availability of computer resources like database, SAP, storage, database, etc. Another term, what is cloud computing? Cloud computing is a virtualization technology that allows to create configure the customized applications via the internet connection. The term cloud is required to the internet, and after that we can use to take the remote servers, access data online rather than local drivers, and so on. So now let's take a look at some use cases of the cloud. Use case number one, deploy the application or services. Number two, storage, backup and recovery, the data, hosting the blogs, delivery of software on the demand. And then another use case is streaming media. Now let's take a look, why do we need to use the cloud computing? Every company has the IT server room, and inside the IT server room they needed some servers, mail servers, network routers, network cable, switches, and so on, the others resources as per required. And so as you can see, that is the why we have to use the cloud, so it's connected them. Now let's take some characteristics of the cloud computing. On-demand self-services, broad network, elasticity, scalability, resource pooling, agility, multiple sharing, maintenance we don't need to, so maintenance is no. We don't need to maintain the cloud, so that's a good one. We don't need to maintain it. Now let's talk about some advantages. Advantage: data backup. We can backup data, restore, and unlimited storage. We can also say mobility. We can access this anywhere and everywhere we go, and access this from anywhere. Data security, and some of disadvantages will be you don't have internet. If you don't have internet connection, you won't be able to use the cloud, so that could be an advantage. So you cannot access it, so it's local dependent in that sense. And then service provider security could be some advantages as well, because the security is not your own company organization security, and that could pose some issues and can lead to some issues that might affect your company security. So that are some disadvantages of using the cloud instead of the prem. So limited access, data loss could also be another disadvantages, and then your data could be also stolen as well. So that's pretty much some disadvantages of using the cloud. Let's talk about a brief history how this cloud computing, or the idea of cloud computing, came all about. So in 1961, the idea of cloud computing means the idea of computers as utility. The computer is a solid and it's like as a utility. And it's compared to water and electricity. The idea was presented by the computer scientist John McCarty in MIT University. And then in 1999, Salesforce started the cloud, and it delivered the application over the internet. And in 2002, Amazon Web Services also came in about. And 2006, Elastic Computer Cloud model. And then in 2009, Azure, OCI, HP, Google also came in. Now let's take a look at the architecture of the cloud computing. So we have the front end. So as you can see, this is the architecture diagram, and we have the front end, which is more client facing or client infrastructure. And then we have the internet that connects it to the back end. And the back end could also be applications, runtime environment, our security, network, etc. So this is the architecture diagram of the cloud, and as you can see, front end is the client facing, and this could be a client, or it could also be web applications like Google Chrome. And we have the backend taking care of the runtime environment, security, networking, and performing all the background backend activities. So now let's take a look at another way that we can write the architecture diagram. So we have deployment-based cloud. And then for deployment-based cloud, we have the service-based cloud as well. And then for deployment-based cloud, we have public cloud. And then we also have private cloud. And then we have the hybrid cloud. And for the service-based cloud, we have IaaS, infrastructure as a service, and then we have PaaS, platform as a service, and then we also have SaaS, software as a service, platform as a service. Then we have software as a service. So the public cloud is a cloud computing model where services are provided over the internet by third-party providers, and these services are available to the general public or a large industry group and are owned by the provider selling the cloud services. And then we have the private cloud. It's a cloud computing model used exclusively by one organization, and it can be physically located on premises or hosted by a third-party service provider. The key aspect is that infrastructure is dedicated solely to the organization. And then hybrid cloud is a cloud computing environment that combines both private and public clouds, allowing data and application to be shared between them. And this model offers greater flexibility and more deployment options, allowing organizations to optimize their existing infrastructure, security, and compliance. And then also the service-based cloud, the IaaS, infrastructure as a service, is a form of cloud computing that provides virtualized computing resource over the internet. And IaaS providers offer services such as storage, networking, and virtual machines on a pay-per-use basis. Example include Amazon Web Services, AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud GCP. And then platform as a service, a cloud computer that provide platform allowing customers to develop and run up and manage application without dealing with their underlying infrastructure. And then PaaS offers a framework for developers that includes operating system, database, and development tools. Example include Google App Engine, Microsoft Azure, and Heroku. And then we have software as a service. A software as a service, software distribution model in which applications are hosted by a service provider and are made available to customers over the internet. And then SaaS eliminate the need for organizations to install and run applications on their own computers or data centers. Examples include Google Workspace, Microsoft Office 365, and Salesforce. And so this is pretty much what the explanation to all this is. Now let's talk about our last terminology, virtualization. So what is virtualization? Virtualization, it is a virtual rather than actual. It is using the physical resources to create the virtual environment. And that's pretty much it for introduction to cloud computing, or the basics of a cloud computer. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you find this information, please make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.